All right, so my first video, I've definitely allowed myself to open up a little bit about how my childhood went from a journey into yoga, into yoking, into my higher states of consciousness, and a little bit more about what I want to offer the community. And I like that to be raw, and raw meaning that I don't have a full script for every part of this, because I really believe that life exists in between the lines. Even though we're making the script, our journey through all of this sharing and what I call soul culture is my focus of connecting with anybody who's going to reach with me. So I will read a part of my script about my bio, just so that gives you the gist of what I will continue to talk about. And now we'll balance the scripts with the unscripted. Okay, so Leanne Campbell is a visionary team leader with over 30 years of dedication to the conscious living community. 15 years experience motivating and collaborating brands in areas of sales, community events, networking, and wellness. My goal is to open a healing center with ongoing methods to serve the community for inner growth and conscious awareness. Learning with my two sons daily is my foundation, with my life purpose to serve and love. Working with many communities, I have grown to appreciate the uniqueness of each other as humans. So a little bit passionate, but that never ends. Being a visionary team leader in the conscious living community, what did I offer a conscious community? Conscious community started with serving temples at the age of 19, where I was on a journey after discovering my inner calling with silence and ancient wisdoms and divine awakenings through yoga. I had the chance to live Varnashram Dharma, which would be a dharmic way of choosing behaviors and activities with bhakti yoga, and that will be devotional service, a very big chapter of the ancient aspects of yoga. Through that, life taught me a lot, and there were some complications on my journey with family life. And through that lesson, I became a single mother, very young age, and developing my gifts and my gifts that were being offered and open through my journey with yoga. I started to do volunteer work in many, many temples and many events. So learning with communities, with doing sacred events, I had the ability to work with up to 10,000 people in a crowd at a time and collaborating with wonderful teams. That being a part of the spiritual community, I started to get clients outside of that and friends that I started to build portfolios in helping fashion and entertainment. As I was previously a hairdresser and then a yoga teacher, two aspects of my creativity world were with entertainment, fashion, music, yoga, healing, and wellness. And so that's where I talk a little bit more about my 15 years experience in work in the last 15 years is deeply in that area of working with events up to 100,000 people in other teams. So each event in my journey with public relations has led me to wanting to create my own events online in my own network. And I've had the chance to work with many wonderful masters of their own trades in all areas of conscious and creativity in the community. Artists, musicians, and anybody in the sector of fitness and wellness, obviously, because I'm in the journey with yoga, and just allowing to hold space even for our daily needs, like real estate and veganism. I'm also vegan, and I'm a proud mother of a child who I raised both of my children vegetarian. And later on, as my body was naturally getting rid of certain things in being vegetarian, and my inner voice was like, okay, there's something wrong with what I'm eating. My body was sensitive to it. My son had done a lot of research on what's happening in the farming industries and what's happening to the animals, and we made a choice as a family to go vegan. So a big part of the whole lifestyle with yoga is the compassionate aspects. Now, pranic energy, over the years, I've learned, is our life force energy, and through breath, we all come into this world through the different elements of nature. The aspects of where everybody is with food and where our industries are is just a humble approach to helping more peace and less violence towards all sentient beings. And that's my main reason for being vegan. I don't judge people that are eating meat based on their beliefs and where the world is, where the mind is, where the journey is for each individual. But as I vocalize that as being a community participant, I feel like my contribution is to less suffering. And less suffering started on the mat with yoga, because naturally I became more receptive. I took things out of my diet because of that. And we're all continually learning, obviously, about our body and our minds and our souls daily. But that natural sensitivity is how I offer more peace to this earth. My goal in opening up a healing center comes from many, many years of working with events, putting on speakers, working with amazing healers, and recognizing while doing community events and cultivating energetic fields, I saw how when we enter in a yoga state, or when we're doing a yoga class or any other form of meditation, whether it's sound therapy or any other aspects of multi-dynamic methods that are out there and that I've experimented with it, I've learned that those are gateways and tools to help transformation of the mind and to know the mind and how to master it. So I'm a huge fan of the healing modalities, the wellness modalities, coming from illness into wellness, and continuing to help myself through my journey of life. I encourage that for everybody else that I meet. And so that's where I find myself rooted in the community, in that aspect, as identifying as a yogini, one who is working on the inner self and looking to share love and compassion for others. So with my two sons being a pillar of needs and raising a family as a single mom and my life experiences, that's what also drew me very quickly to leadership and how I can develop myself better to be a better example for them and for myself growing. I've also grown in my deeper appreciation for humans in my internal journey. So a very big part of my internal journey as being a visionary team leader is that I look within to do methods and meditations for over 30 years. So that looking within, I've come to recognize my mind, my body, and my soul, and the separation of them and the different aspects as I continue to learn and master the subconscious, the consciousness, the areas of ascension and ancient wisdoms that are developing within me to externally appreciate us as divine sentient beings more and more in each moment that I encounter life. And so what I truly have to offer in the next videos that you'll see will be the methods that have changed my life and that I believe can have an impact on your life. How you can see your mind, how you can move your body, how you can jump in and out of the mind. And when you have stronger lessons of your vulnerability, how they can also serve you. Because life is constantly teaching us about all that we want and all that we are, because we're co-creating those thoughts, whether it's childhood, family life, creating the dreams that we want to offer through our talents, and the amount of breakthroughs that we need to pass through with desire, our inner guidance, and manifestation. So these methods are just my toolbox and tool blocks of stepping into your best possible version. And reflectively, that flow state that comes from all these methods allows us to hear, feel naturally, and overall contribute to a community that's a better reflection for the children of tomorrow. So it's your girl. That's a little bit more about my bio, my vision, my desires, and where we can contribute. Now, one aspect of contribution in my vision of opening a healing center is, what is the mind state that we're having together as a community? And what have I learned through either being in management or leading productions is the emotional aspect that we all take on being management. When we humble ourselves through not identifying with the ego and more or less the playfulness that it takes to put on good productions, we come into a flow state. So the methods like yoga or dynamic methods in meditation or sound therapy are the stumbling blocks where I can contribute as a network and in the community to help serve a rotation. So my Zen master was talking one day about the importance of what he learned on his journey of rotation. And rotation is if we are working together and we are communing together with our souls, we will find that peace in the flow of overcoming the barrier of our egos that we keep clashing and comparing to, instead of having more fun. So my journey and my wish with Blissed Out is to encourage more fun, is to encourage more happiness, more creativity, and mastery. It's your girl, it's Leanne. Get Blissed Out. Hopefully you enjoyed that, and more videos on topics and tools of transformation coming to you next.